Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who will be recording this episode from an island prison. It's Aaron Neworth.
You know, they bring you coconut drinks on your birthday.
I had never watched Revenger 2018, and because of this episode, I now have, and I'm very happy. And it made me want to watch No Escape again. Martin Campbell, Ray Liotta, Lance Henrik.
I've seen it recently.
Ernie Hudson.
It is a movie.
Yeah, I think it just had a great trailer. Like
yeah,
like,
for sure does. Yeah, because I wanted to see it for a long time, based on like, well, that looks cool. And then years later, after no one ever talks about that movie, I'm like, oh, let me finally go watch that movie. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's why no one ever talks about the movie.
The opening's great though, when he just kills that Ray Liotta, just throws the blade and kills that guy, then throws the dude in the water with the gun. Like,
it's got cool stuff,
yeah,
for sure. You also wouldn't be like, well, obviously this is the guy that's going to make one of the best Bond movies. Two of the best Bond movies.
And a great Zorro movie.
And a great Zorro movie, yeah.
Like, man, Martin, and The Protege. We can't forget The Protege.
And of course, it was all leading to that right there. All the Protege.
The movie rocks. There's two kitchen fights with Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Michael Keaton looking like a worthy person to hit on Maggie Q. A worthy older man to be like, we can make this work.
And they have good chemistry.
They do. I'm saying he's worthy. He's like, they make this work.
Oh, man. I need to go watch it again right now. See you later, Aaron.
It's a movie that says, hey, surprise Sam Jackson death, and then says, no, wait, surprise Sam Jackson's still alive.
And no sharks. So that's good. Or bad for him. Or, for audiences.
We should bring Shark and Sam Jackson back together again. I feel like it's time.
So we've done snakes on a plane, sharks in a research place, dinosaurs on an island, King Kong on an island. We need to do sharks on an island. A real island, not like a floating island.
Well, he was on Skull Island. I mean,
no, but sharks though. So like not on a research lab in the middle of the ocean, like a real island, Shark Island.
Well, he even needs an island at that point. Just make him like a fancy, a fancy millionaire with. He is like a big yacht. Put him with like Kenneth Branagh on one of those Tenet speed yachts, and like that wouldn't that be great? Like fast sharks versus speed yachts. Are they called speed? What are those things called? I'm calling them speed yachts. like that's a term. The speed yachts.
Yeah. It's funny. I knew what you meant. I'm the guy who called a bakery a bread store for a while, so it's like I know what a fast yacht is. It's a fast yacht. It's like Miami Vice. It's a fast boat, and you go get Mai Tai.
They're F-50s. They're like catamaran. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. I like speedboat way better.
I like speed yachts. That's the name of the movie. Speed yachts versus speed sharks. Speed yachts versus fast sharks.
Speed yachts sounds like something John Travolta starred in direct-to-video. Hey, did you see John Travolta in Speed Yachts? Oh yeah, it was great.
It's a sequel to Speed Kills.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's directed by
what? Speed Yachts?
Yes. Yeah. What's Speed Yachts directed by? Who is Speed Yachts directed by?
Well, I'd say like Snakes on a Plane, but he died.
No David Ellis.
No David Ellis.
So we need
next best thing, James Wong. Get Final Destination in there.
Yeah, there we go.
The other one.
Yeah, there it is.
What's he up to?
He needs to be directing Speed Yachts. That's what he's up to.
Yeah. He needs to get that script we wrote.
Just now. I mean, it sells itself. It's a high concept film where two rich men and other rich people are on a boat, and they're attacked by speed sharks, but they're in a speed yacht.
He directed Dragon Ball Evolution and has been in director jail ever since for movies, but he's been making 911 episodes. So,
I mean, he's ready.
Return to time here, man. This is so great that we're talking about the subject of our podcast today, and not making up movies.
Well, the episode is twofold because we recorded the best of 2024 action scene draft, and it blew up. It was really popular. It's the most listened to MFF episode of the last year.
Ooh.
We released it a couple months ago, so it's doing really well.
This is news and also, to me. All right,
you have a new podcast coming out, and
what?
so we gotta release this to help promote that. And there wasn't too much Godzilla shenanigans in 2018, but we gotta talk about your new show.
2018 was noticeably light on Godzilla shenanigans. Yeah. You're not wrong. We were in between.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson just stepped off the island, and Ghidorah was ramping up. New podcast. You're right. We do have one. So if you didn't already notice, I'm a black film critic, and I have a friend named Terrence Johnson who's also a black film critic. I'm a big Godzilla fan. Terrence is Godzilla curious. So together, we've decided to form a podcast called Two Black Guys Talk Godzilla. It is a bi-weekly, as in every 2 weeks, podcast that's going to be covering the Godzilla franchise in chronological order. So we literally start with Godzilla 1954 from Ishiro Honda, and we're going to work our way up through all 38 films. There'll probably be 40 by the time we're finished with this podcast. And it's an all-encompassing podcast too, not just the Godzilla films, but everything within the Godzilla universe. So we'll be talking Mothra, Rodan, War of the Gargantuas, a lot of the the stuff that's within that realm as well. So we have plenty to discuss over the course of time. And it's just a pretty standard podcast. It's just two black guys talking Godzilla. We'll talk about the movies, how we react to them. I've seen all of them. Terrence is going to be new to a good majority of them, so this should be a very fun and very exciting thing that we're doing here. We're having a lot of fun putting together. At the time of this recording, our first episode drops on March 14th. And like I said, every 2 weeks after that, you'll get a new episode of Two Black Guys Talk Godzilla. Find us on all the socials, subscribe, all that stuff. Do it. Go for it.
Terrence is in for a delight. I started my buddy Niall and I started a Star Trek franchise thing, and I hadn't watched any of the Star Trek films. And it's probably one of my favorite podcasting endeavors of the last couple of years, because just watch it. It's such a funky franchise. And so we have Nemesis next. So I've been through all the OG and next gen movies. I've seen all the J.J. Abrams one, and I like Star Trek Into Darkness much less now because I've seen Wrath of Khan. But it's been fun, and it's like you're just exploring new movies and like watching it evolve. So that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be a good time.
I'm famously not a big Star Trek guy. I've only seen the first two and then the new ones, the Bad Robot series, and then there's a lot of Star Trek that I just haven't seen. So
4 rocks, 6 rocks. First Contact is good. There's some good ones.
I'm aware of the evens sequencing out. I'm very aware of this.
I think 3 gets a little bit. 3's good, but it's not really good. So that's 3's a good odd one. But hey, 2018. I just realized that 2018 was the year of the hallway fight. There was Hotel Artemis, The Witch Part 1 Subversion, Revenger, Unstoppable, Daredevil. 2018 was the year of hallway fights.
I don't want to give away certain things, but yet there's more. Yeah, there's other ones as well.
It's a lot of hallway fight. I need to do a list. So let's get going. I'll give you first pick. So you get first pick. Or you can give it to me.
I'll take first pick. There's so many things. Let's how many were we doing? It doesn't matter. We'll do as many as we want to.
Yeah. Well,
we're adults with no other responsibilities. We're fine. Let's start out big. I'm gonna start out big. I'm gonna go with Mission Impossible Fallout: The Bathroom Brawl, where Henry Cavill cocks his arms. Tom Cruise, he fights a guy that is seemingly taller than him, which is not the first time, but barely. There's a guy that gets smacked in the face with a face making machine, so it's ironic. The bathroom gets the most damage I've seen since probably True Lies.
And Terminator 3, right? That one gets
Terminator 3, of course. Yes,
both Arnold though.
I guess in terms of human-based bathroom brawling, so we can count out that and like Batman v Superman, where the fight that we always wanted to see took place where exactly we wanted to see in a moldy bathroom. But in this scenario, oh boy, you get in there, you have your your kind of deceptive hey, I'm in the bathroom. There's this guy here. Let's see if I can pull one over on him, inject him with a thing. Goes disastrously wrong. Becomes this 3-way brawl. It looks painful. Like everybody's taking hits. This is perfect use of Cruise as far as being a guy that will both throw himself into action but also not want to throw himself into action, which is what the later Mission Impossible movies really accomplish well. It's I gotta be the guy to do this. I am terrified of doing this, and that's the exact expression he wears quite well. Fallout's a terrific example of that because yes, he's in this fight where it's a matter of now I gotta go against this guy. There's even I think at least one. Give me a second. let me collect myself before we keep this thing going. I know Rogue Nation has a few of those. And then, Henry Cavill gets in there with his jacked arms and his mustache that he definitely kept for this movie. And it doesn't become a simpler fight, but he certainly knows how to end it in a few ways. It's just a good brawl.
Like this, they built the bathroom for it. It's super clean, which is the only fault. I mean, I worked at a bar where the bathroom just you got sick walking into it.
But it's these fancy
yeah.
Mission Impossible clubs where they pay a lot of money to be here. You can't
True,
expect
true.
it's a well lit. It's not like they're in like some back room in an Ireland pub somewhere. Like they're in like a fancy super nightclub where you have to
True.
like the only way to get in is fucking parachuting from doing a halo jump. Like they better have clean bathrooms or I'll call the manager.
Yeah, they're wiping the seats in there. Yeah, it's clean. That's for sure. But no, yeah, the way it kicks off, yeah, we've covered
It's more they're clean, but they're also like for a club that's packed with like hundreds of people. There's no one in this bathroom. No one has to go.
No, you know what though? It's probably a nice club with a lot of bathrooms.
Like, that's true. There you go. Yeah.
If I was a bougie club runner in somewhere in Europe, I would be like, I want lots of bathrooms, lots of them, because you don't want a bunch of rich bougie clubbers waiting in line. You want them raving. So that's why you add a ton of bathrooms.
I like where your head's out with this.
At least 3 aside.
3.
Like,
yeah.
You know, like just 1, 2, 3 going up. So it's like wherever you're at, there's a bathroom that's near. I like that.
Either that or you pull the classic, for whatever reason, there's an out of order sign and you just hang it up and do the whoops. And it's just, I was like, well, I guess we can't use this one.
Yeah. Oh, man, I'll just go to the one that's 10 feet down the hall.
We can't use the bathroom with 20 different stalls. It's all broken.
Oh, what did they do in there? Jim Carrey comes out from like Ace Ventura. Just do not go in there.
It's also one of the most like darkly funny moments of that movie, right? Because like Henry Cavill shoots the guy in the face, right? Like, I mean, it's like there's no coming back from this brawl. And breaks the damn machine. It like everything possible happens to like basically ruin the mission.
Dudes come in there when they're in the stall together, and it's just it's the silliness. And also, you know what's nice? I don't know. I researched the stuntman, but you don't know who he is. It's kind of nice that he's not a super big bruiser. Or I feel like a lot of movies are like, this guy's tall. That means he's the ultimate villain. Like this guy just handed it to him, and I didn't really know who he was as an actor. So it's just fun watching this dude destroy them. It's kind of like a selfless. That's why I like about Cruise. He'll get his butt kicked in this, and he gets destroyed multiple times. So yeah, I dig it. I love it.
The actor is Lian Yang, a Chinese stuntman, martial artist.
That's great,
and he did the job. He won a SAG award for outstanding action performance by a stunt ensemble in a motion picture. I would like to hope that's for Mission Impossible. I don't know.
Hotel Artemis.
He was the fight choreographer for Multiverse of Madness.
Oh wow,
look at that!
It's a lot of raving.
Oh, it was for Skyfall. That's what he won the SAG award for. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not a bad one to win for.
No. Yeah. Great stunt, man. All right, so I'm really happy you picked that. I was afraid you were going to take The Night Comes for Us because
I wanted to let you have it.
That's The Raid and The Raid 2 are the best action films since 2010, including like Mad Max Fury Road. They are the top tier. Like Timo Gianto is my guy. And so I've already talked about the final fight a lot of movies, films, and flicks. So I'm going to take the Operator versus Elena and Alma, that fight, because it's just insane. Like it's like, and there's so much personality to it. They're in this house. This Elena is just like dyed her hair blonde. She looks awesome. She walks up to a cross and hangs it upside down. Like it's just weird stuff like that. And then like this like blade gets involved, and then an air conditioner is kicked out of a window, and a lady gets choked to death and her fingers get cut off. And then Julia Estelle, the operator, she gets her finger cut, and then she rips her finger off.
Okay, so like, it is this fight. Okay,
it's like, and also too, like when she kills Elena, she just spits up a ton of blood, and her intestines are like outside of her body, and then she keeps fighting. And then there's a scene where an arm goes through a blade goes through a forearm, and then the operator pulls the blade through the forearm towards the fingers. Like there's a blade through the throat. I mean, it's very violent, and it's just incredible because she just her finger gets cut and she goes pulls it off. I love the colors of it. You get a lot of red lights, orange lights, blue lights. There's a lot of like really cool overhead shots. I like beforehand the operator kills a bunch of dudes, and then when she's fighting, she trips on one of the dudes during the fight. Like that's just really good, like spatial awareness. It's bloody as hell. The ladies are badass. Oh man, I love it. I love this fight so much.
I've only seen this movie once, and I've wanted to revisit it so many times, just like never like find the time to do so. But I do remember these signature fights quite well, and the kind of association I've always had is like if I look at the like I see both these like as much as they're action movies, they play a lot like horror films in kind of the
Oh yeah,
thrills you get
yeah,
out of
yeah,
them. And so if I look at like The Raid as like a people under the stairs, Wes Craven type thriller, I look at Night Comes for Us like an Evil Dead movie. Like
yeah,
it's just so because it's so grisly graphic and so willing to embrace it to the point where it becomes kind of darkly comedic, not unlike Ash's trials and tribulations in the cabin. So it's like that's where I see this one by comparison in the realm of like how this works is like horror action cinema because it's so visceral and so intense, and you're like it's so elaborate. The choreography is fantastic, and the performers are very very good at doing what they're doing here. But you're also at the point where you don't want to see so much harm, but you can't help but not look away. So it feels kind of like a horror movie. Like you're like you're being thrown all this stuff at you in such a practically scary way at that point.
the meat fight with all the blades and like
Uh,
it's a horror movie.
hmm.
It's an action horror movie, I
Mhm.
guess is the best way to say it. Because yeah, I mean Timo, whew, that dude, Shadow Strays, his VHS stuff, people die so hard
Yeah,
in his
people.
movies.
Yes,
And you know what's kind of crazy? There's so much violence in The Night
give him
Comes
a
for
Die
Us.
Hard.
No, oh my god, this is like die hardest, I guess. It's rated, NC-17. But I
You
just
think when
love.
they after they made Die Harder, you think they when they've had three, they were like, do you think they considered the idea of calling it Die Hardest?
Yeah, if I
Right? They
directed
they
one, I'd
must
call.
they must have had that on the drawing board at some point. Like we got to make a three, guys. What do we call it? We got Die Hardest, of course.
I love that Rennie's is Die Harder because people die so hard in his movies,
Yeah,
so it's
I
perfect. But shout out to what Hannah El Rashid. She plays Elena, and she like shaved her head, and she's blonde. Like I love her screen presence in this movie, and also Julia Stell's great. She was baseball girl, no Hammer Girl in the Raid 2.
yeah.
Oh man, I love this movie, and all the action scenes are really distributed well. I think there's like a really interesting like group of characters, and they just murder each other hard.
What's
Now,
the other eco? What
it,
Headshot?
oh, Headshot, yeah, that came before this.
Is that
Yeah,
is that Timo or is that somebody else?
Headshot, yeah, Headshot was Timo.
I
I know
like that one
there's a
too. I
great
like.
elevator fight in that. That was 2016. Yeah, Timo, great elevator fight in that one. That one gets kind of lost in the shuffle a little bit because it's really good, but it's not The Raid or The Night Comes for Us, so I don't really talk about it all that much. But yeah, and also Julia Stiles in that
It's
one as
it's
well.
written by Timo. It's the Mo brothers.
The
There
Mo
we go.
brothers, yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. Yeah.
Oh, what a movie! I had a good time with Timo. I was writing a script for the VHS um
Series.
yeah series, and I hadn't watched some of his movies, so I went back and I checked them all out. Like, that dude can direct, and this movie just rules. So yeah, The Night Comes for Us is my number one pick.
Okay.
You,
You
you're
ranking these?
Oh well, yeah, because listen, like that's the one I wanted. Like this is the one.
That's fair. Okay. I mean, the ones I'm picking are ones that like I want. Like I know what you're saying. But still,
I want like capital W, capital A, capital N,
that
capital T.
I can get behind you on that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to mix it up with because there's a lot of variety of kinds of action scenes that we have here, and there's two that fall in the animated category that I would want to both represent. But I think I'm gonna go with, and God, there's so many just from this movie alone. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm thinking the fight at May's house, at Aunt May's house, where all the Spider-Men are there, and then all the villains, the Scorpion, Tombstone, Prowler, they all come to May's house, and Doc Ock, of course. And the what I love, right, like is the not just the fight itself, but like the personality that's invested into it, because the movie's so fucking great at
Hmm.
like establishing so many fun elements to it. Like earlier on, Catherine Hahn as Doc Ock establishes that her friends call her Liv, because her name's Olivia Octavius.
Ah.
Um, and then Lily Tomlin, who voices Aunt May, when they all arrive at the house, and they're like about to fight, she opens the door and like Doc Ock's there, and she's like, "Oh, it's Liv." It's just such a little like it's the kind of thing that like this movie's so layered with jokes and little in things and bits and pieces that like catch up to you later, especially the more you watch it. That it makes the fights that much, it makes the action that much more, you invest that much more in it because you're just so like caught into the rhythm of what this movie has to offer. Now, on top of all that, obviously the action rules. It's an animated film with a close quarters fight, I would argue, because it's a house, that means there's automatically some hallways in there, so it's another hallway fight. But it uses the space so well because you're packing in literally like 9 characters into a small space and have to find geography in it that makes sense. Now, because you're an animated movie, the camera can go anywhere, and because you're Into the Spider-Verse, they have imagination that supplants pretty much anybody else's in this field. So it looks amazing. The score is fantastic with, it's scribble scratch stuff going on at the same time as the music. Like it's so intense to watch because you have all these different Spider-Men doing all their different Spider-Man powers, whether it's Spider-Man Noir or Miles or Peter B. Parker, like all of them doing their own version of how they be Spider-Man versus a variety of villains that you only wish you could see in some of these live action movies. Like, when are we going to get Tombstone in a live action movie? Here, it's like, yeah, all right, here he is. Like, it's great. I think this like, there's so many cool like action stuff to like choose from in the Spider-Verse alone. But man, I this one I want to choose this one because I like how unique it feels by comparison because it's such an interesting location to put a fight like this with so many different people. But this movie, has plenty of stuff going for it in that regard.
Yeah, it's not the lab where they're running away through the trees and all that.
Which is
It's not
also wonderful,
great.
obviously, or the Kingpin fight at the reactor thing at the end. Like there's so much, but this fight's pretty cool.
No, that's awesome. I love a good house fight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So my second pick will be a house fight too, then, Aaron,
Right.
to capitalize. Mandy.
Mandy.
Red versus the Black Skulls. Specifically, their names are Fuck Pig, Sis, and Scratch. And so, did you see Mandy in the theaters, Aaron?
Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to remember because I saw Beyond the Black Rainbow. Is that Cosmodo's first movie?
Yeah, beforehand, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that movie, and then yes, I did. I want to say The Egyptian because I know I saw Beyond the Black Rainbow. Actually, I saw it at the place I was at last night, which used to be Cinefamily, and then bad things happened with that. But I saw it in that theater, and then I saw a movie last night in that theater. And yeah, I saw Mandy specifically because it was Panos Cosmatos again, and I remember it was coming out. People were like, "Oh, he's got a new movie." I'm like, "Oh, cool. What is it?" It's like it's Mandy with Nick Cage. I'm like, "Oh, great, let's do that." So yeah, I saw it at the Egyptian theater, I believe. I don't think Cage was there. No, he was at other screening, but yeah, I saw it in theaters for sure. And it's certainly this movie got me into King Crimson for like a good like several months. I was listening to a lot of King Crimson on my iPod.
And it's definitely better in a theater because it's such an immersive film. It's such a sensory film.
Mm-hmm.
I was hanging out one day and my wife was out of town working and I was kind of like, what am I going to watch today? So I just looked at the theaters. I went, Mandy, they do the Fathom screenings. I think it was just a one day only. I was like, well, I'm going to go see that. It was me and about 20 people in the theater and we just lost our minds for this movie. And there was some good action beforehand, but like Reddit shot somebody and stuff. But when he goes in this house, it's like he's chained to a radiator and this gooey, nasty Cenobite monster walks up to him and he's like, "You have a death wish." And then he slices his shirt and he's like, "You sliced my favorite shirt." And then he calls him a vicious snowflake and he knocks it down into a cavern. And then that guy lives though. But then he finds another guy who's just doing gigantic piles of cocaine, watching porn. And then they have a huge fight. And and then his shirt gets ripped. He's like, "You ripped my shirt." Then he stabs him with blood. And then he kills that guy. Then the other guy comes out of nowhere and he gets murdered. And then there's a huge fight in front of this burning car. And like the guy is just taunting Red. He's like, "Oh man, he burns in hell. She's still burning." And then he dies burning. And there's like a huge guitar solo playing. There's just gigantic blood squirts. It's just Nick Cage and his axe killing Cenobites. And there's some horrible visuals in this home. But when he takes that giant rip of coke, everybody in the theater just went, "Oh!" And yeah, it's such I was going to talk about the chainsaw scene, but just watching him take on the Black Skulls was amazing because it's such a gross and gory and brutal scene, but it's still very Nick Cagey. Like, "You ripped my shirt!" Just yelling, and they snaps the dude's neck for that, and it's awesome. It's an incredible fight. So I'm taking Mandy.
I mean, Mandy was going to come up here, but I mean, no notes.
Just unleash like a 5-minute monologue about it. And so yeah, it's Mandy. It's just like I don't even think I saw a trailer for Mandy. I was like, I'm just gonna go see it. And I wasn't ready for it. And it was incredible. But yeah, that fight scene, jeez Louise, just dirty and great. So yeah, that's my second pick. What's your third?
Let's see. What's my third? What should I go for here? Okay, I'll lean into horror a bit. Then we'll maybe go back to traditional action. after this. The Strangers Pray at Night.
I was looking right at that. That was my next one.
The Strangers is a movie I quite enjoy. I think it is legit scary as a home invasion film. The sequel, which came years later, it's directed by what's his name? He from 47
Johannes
Meters
Roberts.
Down. Johannes Roberts. He went in a different direction, which I appreciated. Instead of just doing Strangers again, he's like, I'm going to make like a Carpenter tribute. I'm going to make a synth heavy, very colorful slasher movie that happens to be The Stranger Thing. I think it comes up lacking overall in terms of trying to capture the same sort of feeling that The Strangers gave you, which is a film that I forgot how stylish it was, the original one. But it makes up for it by having just good slasher moments.
Yeah.
None better than what I feel is an all-timer in a slasher movie, this pool sequence where like it's best just to like watch the clip of this because like the tension's really good in it, but it essentially involves Lewis Pullman's character kind of around like the sister, like this, they're both there, right? But he's at a point where he's at a pool. I think he has a bat or something, maybe. But
Golf
he's
club.
like a golf, thank you, golf club. He has himself kind of prepared for like something to happen, like let's say he's around a pool and the camera's kind of at a distance, and then you get this crazy shot of one of the strangers just running up out of nowhere on him, and like he like knocks one out, fight ensues, and then another one comes and they land in the pool and there's a whole struggle and everything. It's just as like a piece of choreography in horror cinema, like it's a really good set piece that has like surprise scares. It looks fantastic. The camera's doing exactly what it should be doing as far as kind of lingering at a distance so you don't exactly know where things are going to come out at you. And then it leads to fights. It leads to good action in a pool, no less, which I can't imagine being the most fun days to have to shoot something. But it's effective. So like if you're looking for something in the realm of action that's a little different, I feel like this is a really good example of how to accomplish something that is scary, like we were kind of mentioning when Night Comes for Us, but it's still designed to be scary. It still fits in like an action realm of how do you choreograph a fight like this featuring like normal people and slashers. Like I think this is a really, really, really cool example of that.
Oh man, and you know what's awesome is that this is a fight scene. You see a lot of articles about this fight scene because it's like the fight scene in this movie is great. I feel like most major publications have written about this fight scene because the movie's fine. But when this happens and then Total Eclipse of the Heart comes on, and when the camera goes underwater, the sound mix is brilliant because you can hear it fading out. And and just like, you know what's great too is like Luke, he drills what Dollface right in the face with the golf club. And they just stabs the like crap out of her. So if you're one of those people who's like, kill her girl or kill her guy or run out of there, like he does exactly what he should. Like he knocks her out and then he doesn't run away. He just murders her. And then Axeman comes out dragging the axe on the ground and he starts taunting him like, I killed one of yours. And then just a wide shot of him swinging the axe, and then they go into the water and the crane shot. Oh man, I love it. And there's the production design and the palm trees. Like Johannes Roberts is like, we need to light this. And then the production designer's like, hey, I got some I'm gonna get some palm trees. And like, what? But then it worked and it looks gorgeous. And then the DP is Ryan Samuel, who did Cold in July and We Are What We Are. So I like him a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
The production designer had done like Bone Tomahawk. He worked a lot with Fincher and Zombievers. But yeah, it's just a really awesome set piece. I feel like even if you weren't into the movie and this scene plays, you're like, yeah.
That's the way I say it because it has good slasher scene. And this is like I feel like it's like an all-timer in the realm of like slasher set pieces. I think it's a fantastic piece of filmmaking.
Johannes Roberts, man, like 47 Meters Down with the flare scene, and then the second one, like he knows how to get a good set piece in his films. So I dig it.
Yeah. Fair to say.
Okay, so I'm up. I got The Night Comes for Us. I've done Mandy. I'm gonna go with The Revenge.
Okay.
Which is Coralie Fargeau, like the Oscar winner now? No, Oscar nominated now for The Substance.
Oscar nominated from the Oscar-winning film, The Substance.
Oscar-winning film. So many people. I love the final fight. It's drenched in blood. It's just like loaded with nudity. But I'm gonna go when she kills Stan.
The two things you like the most.
Yeah. blood and balls. So Stan, like, I'm gonna go where she kills Stan in the desert. Because like I think Matilda Lutz is awesome in this movie. I love the visual, like the beer can Phoenix brand that she puts over her. She cauterizes a wound with a beer can, and then it leaves a Phoenix design on her chest because she should be dead and she's rising like the Phoenix. Mm-hmm. But this scene works on several levels. It looks gorgeous. And Stan's just a shithead. You want Stan dead. Stan sucks. And like I love that the rifle has weight in this scene. Also, when she shoots the gun, she gets knocked back and then she hits the guy in the shoulder. And like I love that like he used the sock to tie his blood off. Like I love that like the score is beautiful. And she gets shot in the ear, which is like she loses an ear, and which is a star earring, which is in the substance too. But then he steps on this glass. She breaks his glass, and he steps on it, and there's a long scene filled with the most squishy noises ever, and it's just like pulling glass out of his feet. And then she stands in the middle of a road and like kills him. Like it's just a bonkers awesome scene, and you just feel the glass in your feet. Like you feel the rifle shooting you back, and you want this guy dead so bad. And like Lutz is perfect in it. Matilda Lutz is awesome in this movie, and this is just a really great set piece. So yeah, Revenge is my third pick.
I was able to catch up. I didn't see Revenge until after I saw The Substance. Like I just never got to it, and I was like, let me finally watch Coralie Farge's other movie that I was getting graves at the time. Like people liked it, and I did, and I was very satisfied with what it offered. It was very much like, oh yeah, this is definitely her movie. So it delivers a lot of it delivers some elaborate stuff that like I wasn't not necessarily not expecting, but I was certainly pleased with the kind of results of what took place because it gets pretty gnarly for sure.
I love it's just such a great film, and I love it. So I love the beer can tattoo and all that. So yeah, that's my third pick.
Very good. Let's see, what's another good one I can throw in here all of a sudden. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm aware that not everyone is enamored by Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One, though I think it is at its best quite good, even if it's a bit pandering at times. That said, the main reason I was excited for Ready Player One was it had been a long time since Spielberg had done anything other than like, dramatic Oscar picks, which he's very good at. I love Bridge of Spies, I love Lincoln, I love The Post. But like seeing him want to engage in like an action adventure kind of movie again for the first time since like Tintin, which I also love. I was excited to see him in a post Marvel or like a within the midst of Marvel movies. I wanted to see the beard come in and be like, guys, let me show you what action scenes can look like when I make a movie. and, and he delivers. I think I want to go specifically with the first race sequence,
yeah,
where you have Ty Sheridan in his DeLorean, and it's this cavalcade. It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit of like, look at all this stuff we're referencing within this elaborate race that only makes sense in the video game world. So you could have King Kong like come out of nowhere and Tyrannosaurus Rexes and all kinds of crazy things like burst into the map and all this stuff. And just it's even being a digital world that Spielberg's largely working with here, seeing the shot choices, seeing how he displays perspective, seeing when he chooses to have and not have score in place, sound design, everything. What makes it even better is I know he's monitoring all of this. Like there's no part like it's same with like James Cameron, where like even if they're not experts in the various fields that are involved in making the movies, they know enough to know how to talk to those people about what they want to see in their movies. And that's what that whole race section feels like. It feels like a master action filmmaker stepping back into the saddle and being like, let's make this just big bombastic race sequence that takes everything about what this world's supposed to be and combines it in this like very elaborate 5 to 7 minute sequence that's full of life and has wild animations and yet is entirely comprehensible and just fucking cool to watch. So yeah, that race scene. There's a number I like a lot of the action in Ready Player One. I'd like to think doesn't bother a lot of people at least. But that first race sequence I think is pretty damn cool.
I mean, the final battle's great. The shining scene is great.
Yeah,
so, and like Iron Giant and Chucky and all that. And I think you're right too that you establish the world in this. You know that King Kong and the T-Rex can pop up. It's not like expository dialogue, but it's a thrilling action scene. But then you also learn about the world as well. So like it's just good storytelling. I was watching Minority Report the other day, and there's a scene where Tom Cruise is running through the city, but also news is playing, and so you're just watching him run while getting caught up on the movie. I'm like, this is smart. Like it's because it's Steven Spielberg. But yeah, I love. I mean, I have nothing against Ready Player One. There's complaints against it. Like, what are the major complaints?
I, I it's a lot of the choice to use certain characters
Oh,
and
okay.
things, and
Got it.
along with just like plot based stuff, people that just don't like the story to begin with, or the whole Olivia Cook playing a character who like has like a birthmark on her face, and the film wants to treat it like she's a monster. Although I'd argue that uh,
Oh yeah.
I'd argue that, people can be very self-conscious about how they look, no matter how you think they look on the outside. Um, but it's just like it's stuff like that that gets like
Oh,
caught
okay.
into which I think is more of a symptom of other things that they can just use kind of scapegoats to pinpoint why they don't like this thing. Others have like complaints that I can, I respect their opinions or whatnot, but I mean, the movie also made $500 million, so I mean, what am I, like, at the end of the day, like it was a success. It worked out.
It's not something that I often think about, but when I watch it, I'm like, this is good. I like this. The kid from Mud is doing good work. Ty Sheridan, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like the girl from Thoroughbreds, which I like. So yeah, it's
That's why I've been a Cook fan, because I love Thoroughbred so much. So it was like, oh yeah, put her in whatever, put her in Game of Thrones, put her in this, whatever.
yeah,
Ben Mendelsohn and his teeth are great in this movie. Like this is
good teeth work. All right. So all right, I'm gonna go. You went big with Spielberg. I'm gonna go smaller, direct to streaming, and I'm gonna take Accident Man.
okay,
So
cool.
so it's Scott Adkins versus Michael Jai White and Ray Park. And this was, just like this fight scene. I think I was just jumping up and down. My wife and I were watching. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And just watching like just the jujitsu, like just Scott Adkins fighting Michael Jai White and Ray Park, like which is Darth Maul, Spawn, like great Deadpool. But no, watch seeing the Guyver kick and just like none of them really die either. He just beats them up and like because he's mad that they killed his pregnant girlfriend, which that's a lot. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, man, it was just business. But then they just beat each other up, and it's just it's kind of like a life after fighting type thing where they're fighting in this room where they're training, so the floors are like already have mats.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just a smart low budget scene, but it's just nice watching two actors throw 20 plus strikes at each other and then a cut. That doesn't happen all the time, but you just got to embrace it when that happens. So yeah, I'm gonna take the 2-on-1 fight in Accident Man with my man Scotty Atz
Yeah.
crushing some people.
Like it took me a bit to like warm up to Scott
Yeah,
Adkins, but now I'm finally like I feel like I'm on board with it. Especially
yeah,
when he's playing like more of a character. That's what I seem to respond to, because my issue was I just don't think he's all that charismatic, but I do think when he's leaning into his British accent, or he's doing something a little more like what's the movie, the Jamie Foxx movie, JJ Perry's movie.
oh,
Um,
Day Shift.
Day Shift.
Yeah.
When he's like, because he's playing like one of the like Russian brother guys or whatever. Like when he's like leaning into character, I think he's actually pretty good. But then, yeah, having caught up on Accident Man and the sequel, which I think is a better movie. I agree with you about this
Yeah,
fight in the first one is very good. I think the second movie is a better movie. And what's the other one? The
Avengement.
Avengement. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that movie rocks.
that movie
I like that a lot.
rules.
So.
Talk about going full British in that.
But
Like, yeah,
and it's saying all this. I've never doubted his skill as a martial artist. Like he's obviously he knows what he's doing here. And yeah, these are the Accident Man movies are fun. I hope they'll make a. I know Ray Stevenson passed, but I hope they make another one of those, because it's a fun little series that they go in there.
man. So that's a good point. I should do a data post because some movies he just plays bland dude.
Yeah.
And like, is he Australian? Is he American? Is he British? What is Adkins in this movie? But when
Mm-hmm.
he's just full Cockney or British, like
Mm-hmm.
that's when he is at his best.
He could
So yeah,
shine. Yeah.
yeah, I like that. I like that. So yeah, Accident Man.
All right. My next film, I'm gonna go international here. I'm gonna go to China with Zhang Yimou's Shadow,
Ooh,
which
Shadow.
was on my top 10 list that year. This movie is technically color, but it's shot with such an intense color paletting work, like color filtering, color correction work, that it basically looks black and white. The yin and yang is a very big like visual motif in the film throughout. Zhang Yimou, did Hero, who did House of Flying Daggers, both of which feature some of my favorite action scenes of the 2000s, is no stranger to doing kick-ass action. Shadow has some really fucking cool action scenes in it. And there's a number I could name, but there's one in particular where it's basically a siege on a city in rain, and the city is designed where it's like mostly downhill. So when the army that we're rooting for invades, they take on these elaborate, these not elaborate, but they take on these umbrellas that are they're like shields essentially, but because they're umbrellas, they ride on them from up top and like have
What?
more. So like you see this just spectacular sequence where you have our opposing force, they're like on all the rooftops or whatnot with bows and arrows, and you have our invading army, and there's just like 20, 30 different like shield umbrellas that they're like surfing down the street, the cobblestone streets in, so they can like shield themselves from the arrows, but also glide past because it's raining outside. It's so cool. It's such a cool sequence. It leads to like obviously more action, or whatnot, once they kind of like all kind of combine and get into the fights and everything. And yeah, you get your it's not too much of a wuxia film, but like it certainly has the kind of wire work action, that kind of thing going for it. But it just regardless, it just looks great. But it's such a fantastical design for how to like communicate travel in that kind of heightened world where you're using literally like surfing on these umbrella shields to avoid arrow fire and also make your way across a town within one swoop with a whole army,
What?
no less, not just like one person. It's so cool. If yeah, it sounds like you haven't seen Shadow,
The 4K is
Mark.
$20. I'm just gonna buy it. I know it's free on
Oh my
channels,
God,
but
it's a great, the 4K is so good. It's such a good 4K. It looks like, because it's what I love with 4K, like obviously the big blockbuster movies like from now, they're filmed that like the effects are rendered already, so like it's gonna probably look good at home. Like you're not gonna see like a Marvel movie that looks bad on 4K. They know what they're doing. What's really cool is when you see like older films get restored like really lovingly, like old Warner Brother gangster movie, like Casablanca on 4K looks fantastic. But now if you take a modern film that's already in like a black and white kind of look and you put that on 4K, you're in heaven. Like, it looks so good. So you have Zhang Yimou, a director known for amazing
amazing.
cinematography,
Yeah.
give him a very specific color palette he's working with, put that onto 4K. Such a good disc. Oh my God, you'll be so like wowed by just the look of this thing, and it's a great story. Like I said, Shadow's on my top 10 that year. It's a great movie, but it has some really kick-ass action in it.
Well, I'm
And
gonna
yeah,
own it soon, so I'm very
yeah.
excited.
I would say watch the clip, and I'm like, oh, just watch the movie. It's gonna
Yeah,
be great.
it's free, but I don't want I don't know. I don't want commercials. I want to own a badass. If it's a badass movie, I want to just watch it.
It's
I
a
don't.
badass movie plus 4K. It looks better always on disc.
Oh, that's a great pull.
Yeah.
Okay, so you went to China. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
go. I went to Indonesia. I'm gonna go to South Korea. And then
Okay.
I got to include a Well-Go movie, and I'm gonna include. It's a movie called Unstoppable with Don Lee, and
Okay.
like, so this is 2018 though. Like Train to Busan was 2016, and he destroyed zombies, but he's not Roundup for Don Lee, who just one punch knockouts everybody. Like, so he's still getting beat up a little bit. But the plot of this movie is a
Mhm.
legendary hard-hitting gangster comes out of retirement to save his kidnapped wife. It's like,
Oh,
you
geez.
you took the wrong guy's wife. Like, how many people are in South Korea and you take Don Lee's wife? Come on, dude. Like, bad choice. So I was gonna pick this one scene where he walks in his office, starts pushing people around, and he power bombs a guy. It's incredible. But the final fight, there's a hallway fight, and
Mhm.
I don't want to go too much into it, but he fights this big tall guy, and you know that he's power bomb people. You know that he does all this stuff, and he's getting beat up. He's been knocked on the ground. He's been cut. He's been pushed. It's kind of a sight to see him get beat up. But he picks up this really tall guy, and you're like, oh, he's going to power bomb him or he's going to body slam him. But instead, he lifts him through the ceiling and just drags him through it about 10 feet, and then just drops him on his face all bloody. And I remember sitting there going, I didn't see that coming. Like, I didn't like, I was like, that's really cool. So he just picks up this dude and drags him through the ceiling, and it's awesome. And you're just like, guys, this is your fault. Like, you shouldn't have. This is on you. You went after the wrong guy. And yeah, but yeah, there's a great hallway fight, and it's fun watching him get kind of beat up. But yeah, I've never seen anything like that in my life, and like that fight move. So I was like, I gotta have Unstoppable on my list.
Good stuff.
Imagine that. Like, it's like, oh, we kidnapped someone's wife. Whose is it? It's like, Don Lee. Shit. Like, just give her back. Just give her back. It's not worth it.
Wouldn't that be fun to see in an action movie one day where it just like they go through the motions of doing all the kidnapping or whatnot, then they reveal like who they kidnap, and the big boss is like, "This is too much trouble to get return her."
Have you not seen John Wick? Come on.
Like just that level of self-awareness, like return her now. Here, take $15,000, but
Yeah,
give it to
yeah.
her also. Let her have that. Put a note that says I'm sorry.
Get him a new car.
Get him a new car.
Just
go to the pet store.
Get his dog a friend. 2 dogs. Like, yeah. But I love in action films. I feel like there's so many action films where you don't sit there and go, I have never seen that before. I love when that happens, and I love that Unstoppable gives me that. So that's my pick.
I'm gonna go. It's funny. There's a lot of horror adjacent kind of stuff we're talking about here, and I think there's a easy correlation as far as not unlike comedy, where a lot of it comes down to editing and timing, right? As far as like choreographing certain kinds of scenes to make them work as effectively as possible. I'm at Upgrade from Lilo and L.
Yeah.
Which is like it's like a sci-fi action movie technically. It just because it's 1L and because it's gory action, it kind of leans on the horror side. Even the implications involving AI or whatnot, like it's certainly there's cyber terror. I suppose that should be a term we should use more. Cyber terror.
The 90s did that a lot of.
Like you can call, oh yeah. But like Megan should be a cyber terror. That's what they should classify Megan as. A Megan 2.0 cyber terror. Upgrade rocks. I think we all know this.
Yeah.
It features not Tom Hardy himself, Logan Marshall Green, and there's there's a chip. It's like a whole implant in his head stem that can like basically it advance his human motor functions to their best version, or at least their most efficient. And so there's a whole sequence the first time he lets Stem take over when he's inside the house of one of the people responsible for his girlfriend's death, where Stem basically gets him to say, "Let me take over, and then I'll fight for you." And so there's this whole kitchen fight where what's his name? Gray.
Yeah, Gray versus Cirque.
Yeah, Gray versus like Stem takes over and Gray's like doing all these elaborate moves. And what's brilliant about it is not only is it a cool fight scene, it's cool for a number of reasons. One, Lee Wanell is able to unleash his camera dexterity, where there's a lot of things he and James Wan both like do, where they like lock the camera in place. So like when somebody moves, the entire scene of the scene moves as with it, stuff like that. So it's like Wan does it in Furious 7. Wanell does it here, where it just has this kind of interesting ways of using the camera to like kind of maximize a certain stylistic impact of it. On top of that, Logan Marshall Green, he has to play it like he's terrified of what he's doing. So instead of just being like into it and grunting or whatnot, he's like has this look of worry on his face, like, how are my hands doing these things? This is incredible. And like, but also being terrified by the amount of pain he's inflicting on somebody else, which he did not expect to have to do. So it's a combination of choreography, dark comedy, and clever direction and cinematography that make it just a real standout action sequence for a movie like this.
Please don't get up. And he's just smashing plates on it. Okay, there's a lot of great acting in these, but I think in this 3-minute fight, Logan Marshall Green probably gives my favorite performance out of all the actors, because it's this doesn't work if he's not just freaking out about what is going on. Like he's breaking glass, and the dude's Cirque's face gets cut in half.
Yes.
In my notes, I have holy moly in all caps, and then I have holy shit in all caps, because it's just like he pushes him in the wall, and oh, it's so good. What a great scene.
Yeah.
All right. So you got that one. I'm gonna go with a comedy, just because I think this scene's really fun and kind of cute. But I'm gonna go with Game Night, the car running into the airplane action scene.
Okay.
Because I love that Bateman's going full Taken 3. And then he's like, I'm gonna do that. She's like, you like Taken 3, like Liam Neeson. But then I love, like they crash the plane, and then Rachel McAdams is like, there's this guy that's gonna kill her, but then he gets sucked up into the plane, and she's like, yes, oh no, he died. And then Bateman's gonna get up, and he's like, I'm gonna get the drop on him, and then he gets the drop on him, and then he's fighting Dexter in a plane while Coach from Friday Night Lights is watching on. But it's like a knife gets thrown at Bateman, and it goes into his bullet hole on his arm where he had already been shot. And like there's like a really good bit with a cargo truck with a box that moves really slowly. But yeah, it's just a very funny little scene, and like I love that. Yes, oh no, he died.
That's a line delivery of the decade.
Yeah,
that helps.
Yes, like yes, oh no, he died. And like he's like, not with a butt like that. She's like, oh thanks. And he's like, you're welcome. But yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get the drop on him, and I don't know. It's just a cute action scene, but I decided to include it because people die in it. It's quite violent. I mean, there's knives, and like people are getting shot and choked, and a fire extinguisher gets a lot of play in this as well. I mean, probably the best drop fire extinguisher landing on someone's head in a while that I've seen because McAdams comes through.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I think she's the MVP of this scene. Like she's
Oh, easily.
straight
Yeah.
rocking it.
Yeah.
But for all of like, I think I really think it's because of yes, oh no, he died line is why I remembered this.
Because it's just that good of a line delivery. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the key.
Yeah.
You know that actually, by the way, Lamar Morris is in that movie.
My man, I love him.
I met him last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I met him at a screening I was at. He was there just like as a guest, and I was happy to. I like Lamar Morris in general, but I wanted to just commend him for winning that Emmy for Fargo
Fargo.
because it's such a good performance, and it was such a that's great that they nominated that, but he's really going to win against like this heavy stack of people for when that kind of for because the Emmys that happens. But it's like he won, and I was like, that's so thrilling. I was so happy for him. So I wanted to tell him that he was happy about that.
As a New Girl fan, just seeing him I've seen him in Fargo was awesome.
Yeah,
and then seeing him nominated was awesome. And then learning that he won, I was like, holy moly.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
yeah,
like great cast. But yeah, I just love the yes, oh no, he died.
Yeah, Game Night it's got a good climax in that. I like Game Night. It's a fun movie.
It's a lot of bits. Like
it's a lot of bits, but what I especially appreciate is a movie that at least feels like it's directed. Like it has what's his name, Francis Daly and his
the Dungeons and Dragons crew, right?
That duo. They make a lot of like clear choices that they're directing this movie, not just like filming guys improving for 10 minutes. So like it doesn't feel like a sitcom that happens to be feature length. It feels like an actual movie. There's stylistic choices being made. There's action beats that matter. There's cool transitions or whatnot. It's like good job. They made a movie. Like they want to make a real movie and not just like set up a camera.
So how could that be profitable for Frito-Lay?
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't talked about Jesse Plemons who's just running the board with his little bits in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is really random, but this guy, Josh McKell, I knew him from Florida State. We did a Doritos commercial together because we were trying to win the Doritos competition, whatever. And then, but in 2018, he got beat up in Game Night and he got beat up in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I love that. I don't know why I said that, but like my buddy from FSU got beat up in two 2018 movies.
Fair
so
enough.
It makes me happy.
Good. Here. Speaking of Marvel, I will go with Black Panther next.
Oh yeah.
This is a year that has a lot of Marvel movies. But I'm gonna go specifically. Oh man, there's two good ones.
There's two good water fights. Is that the ones you're gonna think about?
There's two good water fights, and like I like thematically they matter more. But I like the casino brawl that takes place earlier on. I like it because it's Ryan Coogler being like, let's just make a James Bond movie for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's go to like a fancy casino. Let's have like double dealings taking place. And then let's just deliver like a cool oneer where you have Chadwick Boseman, Denai Guerrera, and Lupita Nyong'o all like fighting against Andy Serkis's goons, and like the music is on full on display. There's a lot of African chant stuff going on in Ludwig's score, which is great to hear. There's a variety of things. There's Denai Guerrero snatches her wig off and throws that at a guy. It's the best. There's a lot of, and it all leads to like a cool car chase afterwards that Andy Serkis, who's pure evil, is so into that he's like, I want to play music while we have this car chase, and puts on car chase music. But the casino, I think it's a, Marvel at their best, they can deliver some cool action scenes. But this one does feel like it has a direct vision behind it as far as like what Coogler specifically wants to do, and not the second unit team. And only so many Marvel directors I think can say that. James Gunn being another one, Whedon being another one. This one feels like it's very thought out as far as how can we incorporate these characters, do something unique, find ways to kind of tie it all together in a manner that like works for the characters or whatnot. And like I said, hold on to this kind of James Bondy theme within our, Marvel superhero adventure thing.
He's having a great time, Serkis, in that action scene.
Oh my God,
you have this awesome cast. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's a good pick. I thought maybe I didn't pick that because I remember you mentioned the water fight. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna let you have.
I mean, the water fight is like, if you want to just like tie it together. I mean, the water fight. There's two. Yeah, like you said, there's two water fights. But the one with T'Challa versus Killmonger, the first one, it's it's a it's a great like it's a great bit of storytelling, right? Because you have these two characters that are so defined by their belief at that point, and Chadwick and T'Challa is about to like have his whole world turned upside down basically, and now he's going in basically too cocky for his own good to go up against his cousin. And T'Challa's ready. He has been waiting for this moment his entire life. He takes off his shirt for the first time and shows like all the battle scars that he has. And compared to the first fight against M'Baku, where it's traditional but very more brightly colored and whatnot, it's like middle of the day. This is a sunset fight. It's more intense. It doesn't end well for T'Challa. Like it's just a really it's a really strong sequence that it's less for me. It's less about the the choreography is good, but it's less about the choreography and more about the emotion of the scene. And on that level, certainly it rises above. It's very very good in that sense.
Oh yeah, that's a great pick. All right, so want to do one more each, then we'll just do a kind of a speed round and talk
Sure,
about a
yeah,
few more.
that's fine.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna go since we started with the chase takes place in South Korea. I'm gonna go with The Witch Part One, The Subversion.
Nice.
That's another well go movie.
I've seen The Witch. I've seen both The Witch and The Witch 2.
And the reason for this is I love that Ja-yoon, it's versus a nobleman and other people, but she has a smile on her face the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the performance too. The performance from let's see, Kim Da-mi, and then Choi Woo Shik, who was in Train to Busan as well. But I love their fight, and like it's really there's a couple like there's a lot of concrete punching. They can punch through concrete. There's a lot of cool sequences, a lot of good overhead shots. There's too much gum chewing. There's two people doing cool gum chewing in it. I'm like, you should only have one or zero. I hate it.
Unless it's a parody, yes, only one per person.
Two are smacking gum stylishly. But I just love the smile on her face as she's just because Nobleman sucks. Like you really want him to get it. And she's just playing with him. She's smiling. And just, it's like she's like beating up on the doctor. She's face smushing people. But yeah, there's a sequence in it where it's all done fast. It's all done with a lot of visual effects, but they still can string together 3-4 punches. Like he goes to punch her, she moves again. Like there's some really, I need to pull a gif of it because it's a great moment in the fight. But I like all the action that's going on in it, and it's just she's smiling the whole time. That's what makes me happy. She's just it's like kind of creepy, but kind of awesome. And it really does. So you think it's gonna be the witch, but then it subverts that, and it's an action film.
What are the odds?
But yeah, it's like it's a good fight. It's a hallway fight. It's another hallway fight. So I love that. It's I don't know. I think it has a personality to it, and it could have been a really stock fight, but I think it's fun. So I'm gonna
go. What's
the
second one called again?
The Witch Part 2, the not subversion.
The other one.
Oh,
it's one of my favorite subtitles in recent years. The Witch Part 2, the other one. It's great.
This is these movies are crazy.
Yes, they are.
And I'm a big fan of them, so they're good.
Watching The Witch is like watching a Hideo Kojima video game like adapted into a movie, where he's like, especially when you look like Death Stranding or the Metal Gear games, where they're like, it's sci-fi, it's action, it's horror, it's drama. Like it has all these different things come together as if a director was like, I like all of this. What if we made a movie that's all of this now? That's what we're doing. We're doing a movie that's everything.
I love the smiles. She's just loving it, beating up on Nobleman, and he sucks. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, it's not like Meg. No, it's not like Megan. You're right. It's like a video game, and it really does subvert your expectations, and it's fun. So I dig it.
Yes, it does.
Do you want to do one more pick, and then we'll jump into fast ones? Okay, cool.
Okay, so what's the one I want to expand on the most right now? I think I'm gonna go.
Right?
Yeah. I'll just, I'll go for Creed 2. Speaking of Michael B. Jordan, it's not unexpected what you're getting out of this because it's a Creed movie, it's a boxing movie, it's a Rocky movie, right? You're getting a boxing film, but you do have 2 hours worth of preparation for a final bout, right? You have whatever fights there were at the beginning or whatnot. You have the build up, you have the character work, you have everything that's going to lead to this inevitable thing. And even if you think you know what the outcome is going to be, which we 100% don't think that the son of Ivan Drago is about to win the final battle in Creed 2, I'm still sitting there like, I gotta see this happen. I need to I'm gonna feel the rhythms of this fight. I'm gonna see when he gets knocked down, but he gets back up again because nothing ever gonna keep him down. Like it's it's like I have to see Adonis succeed in this thing, and then like when you finally do, because you have such a big, it's a big guy. What's his name?
Florian Monta. Yeah.
Florian Munt. Yeah. Shang-Chi's Florian Monta.
Yeah.
Um,
Bus fight. Great bus
bus
fight.
bus fight. When you finally, what's the car called? He has like a car that has like a big sign on it. What does it say? It says
Oh, man. Death Razor.
it's something like that, right?
Yeah.
Shang-Chi car. Oh my God.
Arm
Razor
blade.
Fist. It's his name. It's just Razor Fist. It says Razor Fist on it. That's what it is. How do you know it's mine? That's how. But yeah. So you're watching that whole, and he's already lost to him once, kind of in a weird fight. So like you just want to see this happen. You see all the training that Michael B. Jordan goes. This time it's in the desert, right?
Yeah, it's a good one.
He's like flipping tires and pulling planes and it's like good. Give me all this prep. Let's get to this fight. And the fight happens. Is this the one where he's wearing is he wearing the black trunks in this one, or is he wearing I think it's the American flag trunks. But
Nice
the
homage to his dad, right?
exactly, yeah, that's what it is. He's like fully accepting Creed more in Creed 2, the Creed name more. And the fight happens. It looks great as all these Creed fights do. Like Creed 3 has great fights. Also, Creed 3 has like some full on anime stuff, which that'd be a fun thing to talk about at some point too. I don't know. Are we doing 2023?
Yeah, eventually.
But but no, like it has that insane scene where he gets knocked down and it goes like full snatch where like he's not underwater, but he's out of it. He's like he's in dream world. He's in the sunken place.
It's like,
He gets hit so hard he goes down to the sunken place for a second. He has to figure it out, and then like he hears it, and you see him like roar like a lion back up, and he just goes at little Drago, and Victor Drago, right? And he wins the fight, and it's the best, and you feel great because that's how Rocky movies work. They throw the music on, you feel like $100 million because they always rule like when you see the victory take place. But it's a really good fight as well. It's well like I said, the Creed fights are really well done. Like like when you're not in the 70s and you can really like edit these things a little bit better. Like they know how to do the job. These guys are fucking fit as hell, and it's all Fast and Furious, right? Because Victor Drago, like he becomes a friend in the next movie, right? He's helping him out. Oh, and that's the other thing. The fight doesn't. It's not even a knockout end. It's such an emotional ending because Dolph Lundgren's there, and he sees his son getting beat up, and he's like, I can't let you no, I got to throw in the towel like that. He makes the right choice. He looks across the way to see what's her name, Bridget Nielsen.
yeah.
Um, and I think she walks out, right?
Yeah,
She
they're
walks
pissed.
out on,
Yeah.
they're pissed. Rush is upset. And he has but yeah, Dolph Lundgren, it's a good character moment for him too, right?
Yeah, it is.
He has the stamina to be like,
I'm
I
gonna save my
can't
kid.
I save my kid. It's not worth it. Throw it in the towel. So yeah, it's an earned victory. As there's no cheap stuff in here.
And when they're running at the end together, smiling, you're just like, oh, this is probably my favorite rebootable series because when I heard about when I heard about the idea for Creed, I went, that's smart. That's like, I went, oh, that's good. And then when I heard the sequel, I went, I like that. And when I heard about the third one with Jonathan Majors, I was like, that's another good idea. Like it's such a smart. They built really in a really intelligent franchise.
Oh yeah, Fruitvale Station was one of my favorite movies, like my number two or whatever of that year. I love that movie from Coogler, and I was like, I just want to see him do whatever. And he's so delivered on that promise between between Creed and Black Panther, and he's still heavily involved in the Creed 2 as well. And even 3, he like has Michael B. Jordan like doing his own directing now. I can't wait for Sinners, obviously.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I mean, just hearing the concept, let's make a sidequel to Rocky involving Apollo Creed's illegitimate. Perfect. Let's do that. It's great. So, but yeah, Creed 2, which is a really strong sequel. I feel like it's overshadowed because Creed is so good, and then it kind of like gets lost in the shuffle. I think his Coogler was also, he had like him and B. Jordan had a big year already, and then it's like also there's a Creed sequel. Great, it made money. It's well reviewed, but I feel like it didn't like get nearly. And then Creed 3 comes out. It's also well reviewed and made money. So But regardless, Creed 2, it's a good solid fight.
The only thing that slows Creed 2 down a little bit is like when he gets like really badly beaten up and everyone's like, don't do it again. I'm not going to coach you. And you're like, he's going to go back at it. He's like, I guess you got to go through that, but it's still, no, I love it.
It's also the one where I was really worried that Rocky, there was a good chunk of the movie where no one was talking to Rocky except Creed. And I was like, are we going to find out he's been like a ghost the whole time, that he died somewhere? And thankfully that doesn't happen. But there was a good stretch where I'm like, it feels like only Creed is talking to this man. Am I going to like learn some twist that I'm not going to like?
Oh man. Who are you talking to, Creed? Wait, what? Oh no. All right. So I'll do you want to do
let's run
rounds?
through them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hold the Dark. There's a
Oh my god, I forgot about Hold the Dark.
Yeah. I mean, I love writing this, but there's a scene where this guy unleashes this machine gun on some cops.
An extended sequence. It's a long scene.
It's almost too long, and people are getting their. It's Jeremy Saulnier violence first and foremost. I mean, this is more like Blue Ruin, Green Room, Jeremy Saulnier violence, like where, you know, the machine gun does what a machine gun would do. It's like blasting through car doors like butter, going like just cops are just getting slaughtered.
Yeah.
In the most brutal of ways. And it's just such a long, violent scene. I remember watching it and just be like, yikes, like this is dark. Hold the Dark. Yeah, so I'm gonna take that one. In Aquaman, the final lava battle, the crab monsters have a catapult that shoots a lava blob at sea monsters, and that takes care of that gives it 2 out of 3 things on the Hoffmeyer scale of greatness. There's no jet skis. I love that. Den of Thieves, you know, the gunfight. Outlaw King has the mud fight. Good mud fight.
That's a good fight. I like Outlaw King a lot. That's a good fight.
And then also Hotel Artemis. I mean, I like Sofia Boutella a lot.
A lot of hallway fights in that one.
Yeah, it's like nothing but I don't know why the whole line bit, don't cross my line. But she just looks awesome, and they had like 2 days to shoot it. And
she's got like a red dress in that movie.
Yeah, she just looks great. And like I always like a Sofia Boutella fight, and it's fine, but I don't know, I like that one. It's a good hallway. And then you're probably gonna mention it, so if you don't, I'll bring it up. But I don't. And then also Revenger has a 6-minute final fight between Bruce Kahn and Park Yi-soon. And he's like heavily, but the whole movie, Bruce Kahn just destroys everybody. So the final fight, when it's 6 minutes, and some of it's not even scored, it's pretty good. So I like that one a lot.
All right. Yeah, I got a few things here. Aquaman, the whole Italy rooftop chase battle, I think it's pretty awesome. A lot of cool camera stuff going on from James Wan in that one. I mentioned Spider-Verse already with the Kingpin fight. That's like Spider-Man versus Kingpin. It's like a subway. There's like all kinds of stuff going on. The helicopter chase in Mission Impossible Fallout is incredible. I feel like we'd be remiss not to include that somewhere in this list. Let's see. Incredibles 2 is the other animated film I was thinking of. It has a whole motorcycle chase of Elastigirl that's spectacular.
The raccoon fight.
There's the raccoon fight with the baby, and even the end where they have to like stop a speed yacht from crashing into the city. And you have like Frozone and Incredible, like you have all of them using their powers together in the best kind of way, and you have Michael Giacchino just wailing on the brass, and it's amazing. The scores of those movies they are incredible. Avengers Infinity War, Doctor Strange, The Guardians of the Galaxy, and Iron Man and Spider-Man versus Thanos on Titan, I think is pretty damn cool. That's just like comic book goodness right there. Deadpool 2 has that whole prison bus fight between Cable and Deadpool and Domino, where all kinds of things are happening. Ant-Man and the Wasp has a cool hotel fight with the Wasp versus a bunch of like Walton Goggins goons.
Don't shoot the chandelier.
One of my favorite small businesses, Walton Goggins goons. The Maze Runner, The Death Cure, Wes Ball, I think, is a really good action director.
Me too.
That's what I liked about those Maze Runner films. Like, the story's whatever. I mean, sure, if there's kids, they got to do a thing. But the action of the movies, because it's all just like running stuff, it's very well. And there's like a whole train, either like they're robbing it or they're trying to get on the train. It's the thing that got Dylan, what's his name?
Yeah, his head injury.
Yeah, it's the what got what he really had to suffer for that one. But the results are really strong. Like, it's a really good, like, I can tell you very little about what the story is the death cure, but I can tell you there's a lot of cool like running stunt stuff in it because Russ Ball does that well. That's why I was excited to see him direct the Planet of the Apes movies. Like, yeah, the guy knows how to direct. But yeah, there's a whole train sequence I think is pretty effective. Jurassic World, the what's it called for
oh, the Pyroraptor or whatever it is, or well,
Jurassic
that's
World.
Dominion, right?
No, it's the second one.
Oh, Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen. It's like Forbidden Kingdom. That doesn't make any sense. Fallen Kingdom. There's like the new raptor they have versus the other versus Blue the raptor
Yeah.
inside the haunted house that they're in at the end. That's like there's a fun fight. I want to see raptor on raptor action. Solo has the Kessel Run, which is very cool. The movie should have ended there, and then it goes on for another 45 minutes for some reason. I don't.
And
know.
then the opening battle's cool too. And then when he meets Chewie, that's a good little brawl.
Yeah, the Chewie mud fight.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim Uprising has 5-on-1 robot battle, which I'm all about. Mortal Engines has a giant city swallowing a smaller city, which is why I walked into that theater to begin with. It's like, what the fuck am I doing not seeing this movie? A city engulfs another one. Nothing as cool as that ever happens again outside of Shrek the Love Robot, played by Stephen Lang, but it is cool. Overlord has Wyatt Russell versus an Uber Nazi, which, yes.
Yep, very good fight.
Overlord rocks, so also yes. Widows has a cool car chase after the heist goes off. Daniel Kaluuya comes in and tries to take things his own way, and they get into a fun car chase, and it does not go well for one of them. Bumblebee has Bumblebee versus a couple of Decepticons. Can't argue with that.
No.
And Halloween has Laurie versus Michael.
And Mile 22, I don't remember much about that movie other than
your mother for me.
It has one the motorcycle henchman is actually successful in it, and it wrecked my string of movies where motorcycle henchmen weren't successful. I was kind of pissed about it. I liked, like Tomb Raider has Walton Goggins with some pretty fun little bits.
I was gonna say Mile 22, which otherwise is a terrible movie. Iko Uwais, I believe, fights himself out of a hospital while chained to a bed. I believe in one scene. Like, well, you got Iko Uwais doing something, so that's
he
fun.
Seagulls himself. I like that.
Yes.
Oh, Annihilation has the albino alligator bit.
I considered Annihilation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd even argue like the final. It's more like a dance battle that Natalie Portman and the like clone of Natalie Portman have, where the score is all crazy. Like I think that's a solid like action sequence.
The Rock jumping 400 feet works.
I almost put Skyscraper on the thing. Yeah.
I completely Pablo Schreiber had some good action 2018 beats.
He did. Pablo Schreiber, he was getting his money, and your money's worth out of my way. The one I completely forgot to mention. Climax. Gaspar Noé's film Climax, which is otherwise a wacky drug horror movie. I like to think of dance sequences as action sequences because they involve a lot of the same things: choreography, performers that are very skilled at what they're doing, all having to collaborate in a specific way. The opening dance number that's like all a big one take is like a really cool action sequence in that movie. And then everything goes to hell for those characters. But the beginning of it, it really works.
I show that to my students, man. I love that dance scene. That's a great one.
Completely forgot to mention that.
Venom doesn't have any good action scenes.
No, it does not.
But it does have Tom Hardy eating lobster. So for that lobster, that's an action scene.
It has the scene. It has the motorcycle chase where it's literally they drive one direction, and then they drive back on the same road the other direction, and then they repeat that 3 more times, and you're supposed to be convinced that he's been riding all over San Francisco. And I'm like, guys, I'm watching this scene. I know you blocked off one street, and you're just doing the same thing over and over again. It's not good.
No, not good at all. I just like Hardy, and none of the action's good. I just like Hardy. And
yeah, that's why we have 3 of those, because Hardy's that good as Venom, where you can almost overlook how bad the rest of the movies are.
The Predator doesn't have really.
Yeah, I was annoyed because I looked up like what were the action movies of 2018. I saw the Predator. I'm like, what was the good action of the Predator? Like, it's a shame. Like it has stuff in it, but nothing that, especially compared to other Predator movies that I can easily name you action sequences from. This one doesn't have anything that's all that notable. I believe the giant Predator like probably destroys the smaller Predator at some point, but it's whatever. Yeah,
just does something. But this was good. We did it.
Good. I'm exhausted.
And I got to go buy a 4K now. So I'm excited.
Oh my God. I can't wait for you to see Shadow. I'm so excited for you to watch that movie because it rocks.
Oh man. Well, this is awesome. Thank you, Aaron. And where else can people find you before we get out of here?
As mentioned up top, two Black Guys Talk Godzilla. By the time this comes out, our first episode should be up, so feel free to check that out. Enjoy it, have fun, watch Godzilla movies yourself. I also I co-host the podcast Out Now with Her Today, my friend Abe. We talk about weekly movie releases, and we do commentaries every month as well. Mark is on quite
SWAT,
often. You're the SWAT or not. I am
aka
a
senior trip.
which I did watch also. I am a film critic. I am the editor-in-chief at League of Entertainment. I write movie reviews over there. I write Criterion and Blu-ray reviews over on whysoblu.com. I just got Godzilla versus Biollante on 4K in the mail from Criterion. I'm like, oh my God, they love me. I get to review one of my favorite Godzilla movies. And I'm on all the socials at Aaron's PS4.
Yeah, and then we're doing 2015 next.
Great.
To help promote the summer of 2015.
That is correct. Yeah.
All right. I got a lot of work on that one. I know we got to get you out of here, but 2015, real quick, just to give everyone listening: Sicario, Man from Uncle, Black Hat, Rogue Nation, Jupiter Ascending, Fury Road, The Kitchen Fight from Spy, The Assassin, Furious 7, Legend, Slow West, Close Range, Bone Tomahawk. I mean, The Last Hunger, The Sewer Battle, Skin Trade, America. I even like The Kitchen Fight and American Ultra. But yeah, there's some good stuff in 2015, so I'm excited.
Okay, good
That's
stuff.
gonna be a good one. All right, so thank you for joining me, Aaron. And for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Aaron Newirth, this is Movie Sons of Flicks. We'll see you next week.